I'm going to do a quick overview of my 2020 Old Town Predator PDL. What's up guys, Jeff Malott with Old Town Canoes and Kayaks, the Old Town fishing team. I'm going to go over my 2020 Old Town Predator PDL, show you some of the changes and how I have it set up for tournaments and just fishing in general. Alright, we're going to go over the boat and I'll point out any differences from the previous generations of the Predator PDL. It's been the same since it came out a few years ago. I'm going to start up here in the front. It's got the same cutout handles in the front, which I like and are solid. Right now today I have what I use, I'm on the river, so we got just a dog leash with a carabiner on it and a pull handle in case I needed to get up here and drag anywhere in the river. For a tournament, I wouldn't have that because most tournaments wouldn't allow you to portage, but it is handy if you're in a shallow water environment or if you're just fun fishing or pre-fishing. The front hatch is different from the older PDLs. It's got a bungee top instead of your typical knob that locks. And then underneath, it's got that same gasket, keeps water out, and then it's just got a little rope to hold it in there. Still plenty of room down in there. Still comes with a battery bag. You can see I've got a bunch of extra lures, tackle in there, dry box in there. All my cords for my depth finder are in there. I'll show you how that's set up. There's nothing drilled into my boat for my electronics. Two mounting plates just like before. I've got a Railblaza Starport and base on here. You see I got my phone, I was watching a little football. You could also put a GoPro right here. I've got my phone tethered, no worries. It's got a Nite Ize tether right there. Just flip that off so you can see, but I can clamp it on right there. That way that thing's not going in the water. You got your locks to get your pedal system on and off the boat. I'm not going to take it off, but you can see it just lifts right out of there. I'm going to lock it back down. I use a Nite Ize Gear Tie around this little opening on the drive. And you can see I can clamp that right on top, put a net or whatever there and keep it from sliding around if I want to. The drive is still the same drive. The old drive would still drop down in there just like before, but they've changed the top a little bit. It's a rectangular hatch instead of that round water resistant hatch. This one seems to be more water resistant. It's got some bungee on top with a different locking mechanism there, and there's a rubber gasket right inside there. Inside, of course, you got all this room. I got my headlamp in there, sunscreen, whatever. Right here on the pod itself, you can see this deck matting. That's something else new. Down in the deck itself, we've got deck padding instead of the grid-like raised plastic, hard plastic, and you can see that's going to dampen noise quite a bit. I like that change. Mounting plate on this side, and on these side mounting plates on the right and left side on the front and back, there's a cutout. You can see that for any kind of slide track mounts. I've got Railblaza Miniports and Starports in here. This one's got the ability to lash your rope or anchor line to it, and also put your whatever mount you wanted to put in there. I put additional GoPro deals here, or camera mounts, maybe a front-facing rod holder if you needed it. You can put whatever you wanted from Railblaza in there. The side pockets on both sides, I've got it loaded with soft plastics. I got a buoy marker on this side with some baits I took off. One of my favorite new things, it's not part of the Predator, but something I rig it with, is the Yak Gear Yak Sack. This thing fits just about any boat's raised seat. It's got a mesh pockets in the front and back, one on each side. Boom, boom. So there's 4 total mesh pockets. Then the top unzips. You can put soft plastics, your wallet, keys, whatever you want in there. And then on top of that, I've got down in there, I've got my aluminum pliers, scissors, got a Nite Ize rechargeable flashlight in there, super glue, just whatever you wanted to put in there. I've got a little thing of sunscreen. Same pocket under the seat as it's always had. I keep a 3700 size box in there with like different markers, some leader line, extra hooks, hook sharpener, Sharpies, any kind of extra stuff. I just keep it right under the seat where I can get to it quick. Got my Yak Gear brush clip that I can lash off right here. If I was fishing a lake with a bunch of timber in it, I can tie off, hold my position if I needed to. This is your steering mechanism with a lockdown ability to tighten this down and keep your steering from floating on you, which I like. Molded in hard handles. My Old Town, or my Carlisle Predator paddle clip on the side. There's also another gear lash right there. Old Town seats, very comfortable. I've got a Samsonite lumbar support in there because I'm old and I've got a bad back. Pocket behind the seat that you can put some lunch in, sunscreen, whatever, soft plastics. Got my Old Town Lure Angler PFD right here. There's another video where I show you how I load that thing up, but great, very comfortable PFD. Got a knife in that, a little light just in case I need it there. And then my phone tether, Nite Ize phone tether. This is awesome. It goes right inside the jacket. I never have to worry about dropping my phone in the water. Underneath my seat, if I can get this up here, that's where I keep my soft plastics. A lot of people ask how you manage soft plastics in a kayak. The seat's raised high enough, and I just bought this box at like TJ Maxx or whatever. Get it on Amazon or wherever, I'm sure, and loaded it full of soft plastics, and it just slides right up under there, and the yak sack falls down in front of it. Nice. Back here, the tank well is the same size, but I recently upgraded to the Flambeau Tuff crate. It's a little narrower than the black pack I used to have, so it slides further back. Now I can get a cooler, another tackle bag right there. I've got tons of room, and I've got another video breaking down that box. I'm not going to do that. But I've got my rod holder here that I added on to the slide track. Another Starport with my visibility flag on it. I put my GoPro on top of this visibility flag pole with the extended pole from Railblaza because it's taller and I can get a better shot. And I've got my light over there on a Railblaza camera boom. Boat comes with these two flush mounts, one on each side. I put this on here in the slide track. Going back to the rudder, it looks the same as it did before, except the rudder's now made out of a plastic instead of metal. I like the metal better. However, I haven't really noticed much of a difference as far as performance. It does have a handle on it in case you need to grab it and move it around, lift it up or move it around while you're in the water. I keep my measuring board just right back here just because of that added room from the different crate and the size of the tank well. I can just slide it right in there, and I've got a float on it so in case it fell out, but I've never had that problem. Another Starport here. You can see that slide track once again in the mounting plates. I've got my net from Promar here in my other flush mount. Right now you can see I'm carrying what, 8 rods. Sometimes I'll carry up to 11 in a tournament. I was just out casual fishing today. I probably could have got away with 1. I caught every fish on a jig today. Here's your rudder deployment handle in the same position it was before in the older PDLs. I'm going to lift it up. You see back there, just brings it up and down by lifting this up and down. Back on the other side of the seat, I don't know if I showed you this, but this is how you adjust your seat. Just pull these straps and it adjusts how far back it goes or how far forward. Nice. Larger flush mount cup holder, which is nice. Of course, the same Old Town PDL seat that's been in here before. You just pull these tabs and pull the seat back and forth to adjust your position. Straps right here to tighten that position down so it doesn't move on you while you're on the water. This is a small addition, it seems like, but I love it. It's a forward-facing flush mount. So if you're out there fishing and you're in a tournament, let me grab a rod here. Land a fish, you need to get the rod out of the way while you check your, get it on the board or get it out of the net. You can just throw that in there, do what you're doing on deck, and boom, it's out of the way. It's not getting caught up in anything. You don't have to reach behind you. It's nice. I've got a Humminbird Helix 7 on here. It's a Helix 7 Mega side imaging unit. Love it. It's powered with a Nocqua battery that's in the battery bag there. You can see I've got this set up on a Railblaza Miniport, a Railblaza base. The wires run right through the pre-cut slide tracks, up under the drive pole, under this plate, and into the battery box. Nothing was drilled or cut when I did this. And right down into the transducer scupper, there's a plate under the boat. I'm not going to roll the boat over and show you all that, but the plate is nice and it's out of the way and recessed enough that I'll throw a picture up with this video, that the transducer stays out of the way, yet it's unobstructed for good imaging, down imaging, sonar, whatever you're using at the time. The Mega SI or Mega SI and down imaging. It also has a great GPS in it. I've got a Navionics card in there. And there we go. That's my PDL and how I have it set up. Anything else I can do to this? Anything you've done that you think might help me? Put it in the comments. I'd like to try to learn from you guys and change anything I could to make my fishing more effective out of this boat. If you guys want to really help the channel, I've got links to everything in here: the crate, the net, all the Railblaza items, the pliers, the yak sack. Anything you want to pick up, you can go to the link in the description and grab that stuff, and that'll help my channel and hopefully help you guys set your boats up better. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Like I said, that's how my Predator PDL, my 2020 version, is set up for tournaments and set up for fishing in general. And also don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and hit that notification bell down in the bottom. Thank you guys.